This is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Good morning, December 15th. We've made it to Friday. I'm Ray Collins.
And I'm Stephanie Webb. Welcome to Friday. It's a very special edition today.
Your second Friday ever here.
It is my second Friday ever, and it is the day of the new Star Wars movie. It is officially out in theaters today.
I've heard of that movie.
Yeah, you have. We should have done a quiz for you, because Ray has never seen any of the Star Wars films. No. I thought we should do a quiz on what he knows and what he doesn't know.
It's been on my list of things to do since 1977.
You know, I really think that you might have a procrastination problem, but it's just me. I don't know.
No, I don't. Watch this. Let's get to weather right now.
There we go.
Here's Josh Stone in for John Scalzi. Hey, Josh.
I'm speechless. I mean, Stephanie, we got to do something about that.
We got to help him.
This is like our priority
to
make Ray sit down for 9 straight hours and watch all the movies.
Got all the time in the world.
Good idea.
Exactly. Happy Friday, everyone, and happy the first day of The Last Jedi. This is exciting for us Star Wars nerds. Let's check out the weather right now. 62 degrees is our current temperature. Remember, not too long ago, we were starting our day with temperatures in the 30s and 40s, so 62 sure feels like a heat wave, and you know what? It is going to feel like a heat wave with this forecast I'll show you a little bit later. Dew point at 59. We have overcast skies right now, and there's a slight possibility of a few sprinkles in our forecast. Sprinkles is really the key word there, and we'll talk more about it when I return. Back to you.
All right, talk to you soon. Thank you, Josh. Let's check the roads right now. First off, in Manatee County, a little build up there on 301 northbound as you cross over State Road 70. Otherwise, pretty clear at this hour of the day. Farther south, the only blip I see on the screen is down by the Bayfront in the southbound lane, right where you pass by the Sailor and Nurse statue. And then farther south, we'll check that map and see all clear at 5:02 on your Friday morning.
Our top story this morning, the Florida Department of Transportation continues to look at different plans to ease the traffic headaches around the Bradenton-Palmetto area.
Here are some options as ABC 7's Rick Adams.
Well, traffic and congestion continues to be one of the biggest issues here in Manatee County. This public meeting brought out a lot of folks who had a chance to have their voices heard.
They're facing huge commutes of an hour and a half just to get through the Bradenton-Palmetto area.
What John Walsh is describing are the headaches so many folks experience daily driving over the Manatee River. He and his wife Vern live in the Riviera Dunes community. They're happy to see that FDOT is looking into a bunch of different options to improve the situation.
Should have been studied 20 years ago instead of now. But you still, you know, each road starts with a single step, so we need to do this.
There are 11 different alternatives that FDOT has created to ease traffic around the DeSoto and Green Bridge area. Some are short-term and some are long-term. The short-term solutions include making signal modifications and relocating some of the left turns at the main intersections. Longer-term, FDOT is looking into a new bridge over the Manatee River and an elevated thruway. These are options which is getting lots of reaction from the public.
We need that public comment because that's an important factor in determining which alternatives we can move forward and study further.
This meeting not only brought out residents but also elected officials. Betsy Bedak, chair of the Manatee County Commission, says this discussion is a big step in the right direction.
It's wonderful. I'm so glad to see so many people turning out to understand what the alternatives are. We're very early in the process, the planning, but this is the appropriate time for people to have input.
Next up, FDOT will evaluate all the public comments and then decide which projects they would like to start to move ahead with. And FDOT officials tell us the short-term solutions could be at least a year away, while the long-term solutions could be at least 10 years away. Reporting from Palmetto, I'm Rick Adams, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Happening today, the Girl Scouts of Gulf Coast, Florida are getting ready for the 2017 Gingerbread House Festival.
Let's go live now to Marla Spence, live in Sarasota County. Marla? We will check back with her later, some audio problems there. Other news now, a Holmes Beach couple is hoping the U.S. Supreme Court will hear their case about the disputed treehouse on their beachfront property. Lynn Tran and Richard Hazen said a city official gave them oral approval to build the $30,000 treehouse on their beachfront property about 5-6 years ago. But that official is no longer with the city, and the rest of the government wants them to take it down. The couple is being fined every day they don't comply. They've lost legally at each level of the court system, and now they're hoping the U.S. Supreme Court will hear their case.
We feel that there's enough important issues here from taking our property right away, from taking our petition right away, to judges rubber stamping. You know, if we have a justice system and we can't go and get a hearing, then why do we have a justice system? Why do we have a court system?
Now, despite the odds against them, the couple is confident the High Court will take their case.
An 18-year-old Immokalee man was arrested for driving under the influence after deputies say he crashed into a Sarasota County Sheriff's Animal Services van just after 10 o'clock on Wednesday night. Deputies responded to a rollover crash on I-75 in Northport. Now, before deputies arrived, the driver took off on foot. The sheriff's office helicopter and the Northport Police K-9 unit tracked the driver to a nearby wooded area. Roberto Garcia was taken into custody for fleeing the scene of a crash. The Animal Services officer was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Now, Garcia is charged with driving under the influence, 2 counts of hit and run, and driving without a valid license.
A Port St. Lucie dermatologist accused of falsely diagnosing patients with skin cancer pled guilty to felony charges. Patients who had been diagnosed with skin cancer by Dr. Gary Martyr began getting second opinions from other doctors, only to be told they didn't have cancer at all. In fact, a doctor named Ted Schiff became a whistleblower in the case after several patients came to him with false diagnoses. The whistleblower case ended with Martyr paying $5 million to the federal government for allegedly overbilling Medicare. But the federal government had been building a criminal case as well against Martyr, and he could face up to 15 years in prison and a fine of $500,000. The Florida Supreme Court is throwing out a petition that's trying to stop Governor Rick Scott from appointing 3 state Supreme Court justices on the day he leaves office. The court announced its decision Thursday, saying it can't rule on something that hasn't happened yet. Age limits are forcing 3 justices to retire on the day Scott leaves office in January of 2019. Scott has said he plans to name their replacements that same morning. Now, those against that plan say the new governor should appoint the replacements. If Scott gets his way, the 7-member court will be stacked with 6 conservative judges. On a lighter note now, stone crab claws are in short supply across the state and here on the Suncoast. Hurricane Irma is the biggest factor in the shortage this year. Irma hit 1 month before stone crab season began. The Keys and Marco Island are the 2 largest suppliers of stone crab, and both were devastated by the hurricane. The season for stone crabs continues into May.
Back in August, the Confederate War Veteran Memorial in Manatee County was broken into when officials attempted to remove it. Now we're learning how much it's going to cost to repair that statue, almost 3 times the amount it took to remove it. Now, the initial removal was almost $13,000, but repairing it will now run the county just over $41,000. The statue is currently located at an undisclosed county property to keep it safe. Senator Bill Galvano of Bradenton is in talks to move it to the Gamble Plantation Historic Site Park in Ellenton. University of South Florida's president named a new regional chancellor for the Sarasota Manatee campus. Dr. Karen Holbrook will lead the growing campus. Holbrook most recently served as executive vice president at USF Sarasota Manatee and senior advisor to University President Judy Genshaft. She'll begin her new position after the start of the new year.
Also on her resume, former president of Ohio State.
Good random trivia of the morning. Well done.
Wow.
2002 to 2007. Not too shabby, huh?
I guess we can cut him some slack for not knowing Star Wars things because he has a lot of other good knowledge.
He has these random facts that he knows. Yeah, definitely.
Cut you some slack for that.
I focus on those things.
Okay. All right. We focus on nerdy things.
That's right. So we began the week bundled up. We end the week sort of nice.
Yes, exactly. We can shed those jackets for a little bit, and I think it only continues as far as how much we shed, because as we get into the weekend, things are really shaping up to be pretty nice, if you like temperatures on the warm side.
We do. You do?
I do. I like them.
Yes.
I'll take them.
Okay.
That's why I moved here.
All right, also still ahead, First Alert Traffic, and Linda Carson has a weekend preview in this edition of Suncoast Scene.
And we're going to look at the latest film in that Star Wars
goody.
saga. We've got a preview. Stick around. It's next.
We're losing exotic animals on a daily basis, and the ones that we have in captivity are really the ambassadors for their wild counterparts. I'm Clayton Rozier from the Big Cat Habitat and Gulf Coast Sanctuary, housing over 150 exotic animals that needed a great home. And if you love animals, please help them. Do it locally. Support your local no-kill shelters, your local wild animal sanctuaries. Make a difference where you can.
For the last decade, SNS Motorsports of Sarasota has built custom high-performance vehicles for demanding clients worldwide. They're now bringing their 50-plus years of combined build expertise to the parts business. SRQ Performance Parts is your one-stop shop for all your performance parts and accessories.
Is your mop a dirty, disgusting mess? You need the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System, the only mop and bucket that spins the dirt away. A system that cleans practically anything and everything with super absorbent microfiber. Dip it in the washer side and the mess releases into the bucket. Then place it in the dryer side and push on the pedal. You get a clean mop pad that's practically dry and ready for more. And your hands will never again touch a dirty, disgusting mop. The heads are washable and reusable. Get the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System for just 2 payments of $19.99. You'll also get a Sticky Buddy, the reusable sticky roller that picks up pet hair and lint and washes clean in seconds. You can take advantage of our 2-for-1 Pick It Up special and get a second spin mop set. Just pay additional shipping and fee. And we'll upgrade you to free priority handling. So don't wait. Order now.
Call 1-800-394-1524 to get your Hurricane Spin Mop double offer. So hurry and call 1-800-394-1524. Call now.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
I'm Alan Cohn. What a week. A Democrat wins in Alabama. More members of Congress leave because of allegations of sexual harassment. What's next?
Tomorrow on ABC 7 News at 7. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
All right, earlier in the week we started with temperatures in the 30s and 40s for our day, and now we're starting in the 60s. 62 right now in Sarasota, 63 in Venice, 58 in Northport, 56 in Arcadia. These temperatures will climb into the low to mid 70s today, and that's seasonable for this time of the year thanks to the southerly wind. Not much of a wind right now, but the general flow is coming up from the south and then eventually the southwest. Well, this is going to be interesting today, at least for the first half of the day. Our radar is, for the most part, pretty quiet, but there's some speckles here of green on it, and we'll zero in, and I think it's possible we may get a few light sprinkles, at least for the first half of the day. Morning hours, maybe early afternoon hours. These are going to be hit or miss sprinkles, very short-lived, and then they're going to just dissipate thanks to a front coming in that's going to pretty much clear everything out of here. So light sprinkles today, overcast skies, at least for the first half of the day. And then we're going to see things clear out, and we're in shape to see a very pleasant weekend. And then this warming trend continues through next week. So several days of seasonable and above seasonable temperatures. The average high at this time of the year is 73. We're going to be above that for several days. So once again, southerly flow around this area of high pressure that's well off the southeast coast of Florida now. And here's this, we'll call it a cool front, not much of a cold front because there's not a lot of cold air behind it, but it's a cool front, still enough to maybe cause some of these sprinkles. Then we'll clear everything out. High pressure will then build in behind it, and then we're going to have very pleasant conditions for the next several days. We also have this Pacific air coming in. You can see over Texas, and everything's just going to be very mild, so not a lot of dips in the jet stream at all to help cool us down anytime soon. You can see the futurecast, a little aggressive here, but really just hit or miss showers for our forecast today. As far as the weekend goes, there you go, 76 for tomorrow's high. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday of next week will be in the low 80s. Back to you.
All right, time now for a look at your first alert traffic. Not looking too bad out there for this time of the morning. There's a little slowdown on Cortez and Manatee County, and a little slowdown if you're heading into Sarasota from the Palmetto, Ellenton area, as usual. Heading into North County of Sarasota, again, not looking too bad. As always, University Parkway, just a little bit of a slowdown there, and a little bit of a slowdown on Bee Ridge if you are heading west. And then in South County, actually, that looks pretty good. So roads are going pretty good out there this morning. That has been your first alert traffic. It is 5:15, and people aren't spending all their time shopping this week. There's still other things to do around town.
Good thing. There are sure plenty of choices this weekend. ABC's Linda Carson has some ideas in this week's Suncoast scene.
Guess who's starring in The Taste of Hanukkah on Sunday? Bello, the daredevil clown.
We also bring in the BMX trick stars to perform with their bicycles, all kinds of shows and activities. We are bringing a snow slide, which is very popular. It's a huge, huge 4-ton of snow.
And there'll be kosher caterers.
There is no kosher place for people who keep kosher to go out and eat. So once a year, Michael's Anise, Munchies Portuani, and other vendors will prepare kosher food and serve for the patrons to enjoy.
Broadway star and hometown favorite Ann Morrison will be at the Reserve on Monday, December 18th at 7 p.m. in a show called Season's Greetings from the Druids.
Well, we go back from winter solstice. We look at Mark Twain's writing, Tolkien, Lewis Carroll, and then interwoven with specialty numbers that are hilarious.
The Christmas movie Elf will be shown at Riverwalk in Bradenton starting at 6 p.m. Friday night, and also at Ringling Museum. At Ringling, you get in the Christmas mood as soon as you enter.
We have a lot of fun activities for the children, including Christmas card making, cookie decorating, snowflake cutting, even an Etch-a-Sketch station. We'll also have activities for the adults, including a cash bar.
The movie screen is going to be set up here in the Ringling Courtyard, just at David's feet. The activities start at 5:30. The movie Elf starts at 7. Tickets are going really fast, so get yours as soon as possible. And the Nutcracker is coming to town, Sarasota style. Yeah, you've seen the Nutcracker, but here at the Van Wezel this weekend, the Sarasota Ballet presents John Ringling's Nutcracker. It's the old Nutcracker with a new circus twist.
It's a combination of the traditional Nutcracker, and it's also telling the story of John and Mabel Ringling and the circus in Sarasota. And I've managed to combine both Nutcracker and the Ringling story and the circus all into one show.
John Ringling's Nutcracker at the Van Wezel Friday and Saturday nights with a matinee on Saturday. Linda Carson, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
And finally, the big day is here, people. It is another huge moment for Disney and Lucasfilm as Star Wars The Last Jedi is now open all across the country. There were showings last night, and the Force is sure to be as strong with this one. But just how strong? Well, so far, critics and fans are loving it. It's got a 93% fresh rating on Rotten Tomatoes. And of course, stars from the original trilogy, Mark Hamill as Luke Skywalker, and the posthumous Carrie Fisher returns as Princess Leia. They're making another appearance in this installment. Hamill says he was surprised, but excited to be back.
Reunions are inherently disappointing, and what I realized that they weren't intending a reunion. There's a new protagonist, there's all new characters, and you know, Han and Leia and Luke provide the connective tissue to the prior trilogy.
Well, there is no question whether or not The Last Jedi will lead the big weekend box office, but exactly how massive will its debut be? Analysts expect Episode 8 to bring in roughly $200 million in North America alone. That would be the top debut of the year, but a little bit below the $248 million The Force Awakens opened with 2 years ago.
You sold that well.
I did, right? Could you hear the excitement in my voice?
There's a reason
Not sure if they translated.
There's a reason they chose you for that story.
I think so. I think so.
Nicely done. Yes.
Still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast. Now remember, today is another big day, not just for Star Wars, but it's free shipping day. Over 900 retailers are going to be participating.
And next half hour, that GOP tax bill is hitting some road bumps. We'll tell you which Republicans are expressing doubts about the current state of the bill. Those stories and more when we come back.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from
everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
This is an important medical announcement. Talcum powder products from some of the best-known brands have been linked to ovarian cancer. Any woman who has used a talcum powder product and has been diagnosed with ovarian cancer may be entitled to substantial compensation. Studies show that women with long-term use of talcum powder, including baby powder for feminine hygiene, can increase the risk of contracting ovarian cancer. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. This call is confidential, there's no cost, and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to women who should have been warned about the risks of ovarian cancer with long-term use of talcum powder. Call the Talcum Powder Hotline. If you or a loved one used talcum powder and were diagnosed or died from ovarian cancer, you must call now.
Call 800-570-7599, 800-570-7599.
It's time to take a road trip.
Huntsville is a must-see destination. Is this your stop?
Roger.
Marvel at the U.S. Space and Rocket Center. Wow. Step into the past at Alabama Constitution Village. All aboard! The golf is stellar, and even the food is out of this world in the Rocket City. Alabama has a road trip with your name on it.
Which one you gonna take?
Sounds of Christmas at the Sarasota County Historic Courthouse. Bayhaven School of Basics plus third graders bringing the spirit of the holiday season to the otherwise usually somber place. This is the school's 15th year of going out there and singing some carols. Not only did they sing and decorate the tree there, they learned a thing or two about how the local government works as well. The kids have been practicing for their visit since Thanksgiving.
Yeah, a little trivia there. Judge Owens, who just retired, his wife's the teacher at Bayhaven that runs that program each year. How about that for trivia?
Ray, how do you just know so much?
I covered that 10 years ago. Here's our Instagram address. We do a morning update after the show ends. We'll also have a Facebook Live today at 8 o'clock.
That's right, Facebook Live Friday.
That's right. That'll be on ABC7's Facebook page. And there's our respective addresses. You can see a clip I uploaded yesterday of Josh Stone, who had the funniest line of the day.
He did. Something about Pee Wee football?
Yes.
Yes.
So check out my ABC7 Facebook page. You'll hear that clip.
That's right. And be sure to check out our Instagram page as well. You can find us at My Suncoast. Ray and I do Instagram headlines every day. And there's also some great behind-the-scenes stuff, everything that goes on here at ABC7 as well.
All right, let's try going to Marla again.
All right, so she's out there today. There's going to be a big gingerbread festival. The Girl Scouts of the Gulf Coast are actually putting it on, and they're getting ready for the 2017 festival.
All right, Marla Spence is live in Sarasota County. Marla, take it away.
Good morning to you, Ray and Stephanie. I'm inside the Westfield Sarasota Square, and let me tell you, it feels and it smells like winter wonderland right inside of this store, and for the Gingerbread Festival, and it's all for the Girl Scouts. Now, when people get here today, they can come in just for $1, and what they can do, they can vote on their favorite gingerbread house, and they're surrounded all behind me, and all that money and those proceeds will go to the Girl Scouts. Now, if they want, they can also walk away with a gingerbread house only for $20, and that event starts at 10 o'clock this morning, and it ends when the store closes. Well, actually when the mall closes today, and that event will also be running up until Sunday. So if you want to get that feeling of Christmas while supporting a great cause, you can do so right here at the Westfield Sarasota Square. Back to you guys.
All right, good idea. Thank you, Marla Spence, live in Sarasota County.
All right, thanks, Marla. Online retailers are hoping for another huge shopping day by offering free shipping today.
Details in this morning's Tech Bites.
In today's Tech Bites, it's free shipping day for online shoppers.
About 1,000 major retailers like Macy's, JCPenney, Target, and Best Buy are all waiving shipping fees all day.
There's no minimum purchase needed, and delivery is guaranteed by Christmas Eve. Now, Facebook is changing how it delivers ads.
Next year, 6-second spots will run at the start of some videos.
Meantime, ads in the middle of videos will only be allowed if that video is at least 3 minutes long.
Well, Instant Messenger signing off for good after a 20-year run.
Yeah, it reigned long before Facebook and Snapchat, but the chat service known for those excruciating dial-ups and catchy screen names failed to evolve as the world shifted to smartphones and social media. So adieu.
Bye.
Those are your Tech Bites.
Tech Bites, brought to you by Tide.
Somehow, we always leave packing to the last minute.
Time to break these bad boys out.
No.
I have a couple of things to wash.
We got this. Come on. Even on quick cycle, Tide Pods cleans great. 6 times the cleaning power, even in the quick cycle. Did you just get up?
Uh-huh.
It's gotta be Tide.
Girl, I say, if only life would lean our way. Well, you and me, we'd run away to be wherever our adventure waits.
That moment when who you're going with is more important than where you're going. Wherever life takes us, we go together. Interwoven, exclusively at Kay, Jared, and Zales.
It's the holiday sales event here at Alex Karras Lincoln. Drive a brand new 2017 Lincoln MKX Sport Utility for $349 per month, or Lincoln's flagship, the 2017 Continental, for $449 per month. We have a great selection of certified pre-owned Lincolns. These vehicles have warranties up to 100,000 miles and come with complimentary roadside assistance. Alex Karras Lincoln, affordable luxury. Winner of the prestigious 2015 President's Award, serving Florida's Suncoast since 1978. We are located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
Do you have type 2 diabetes, which requires daily blood monitoring? If you have diabetes, are you on Medicare, Obamacare, or other health insurance? If you answered yes, you may be eligible for diabetic testing supplies at little to no out-of-pocket cost to you. Our accredited staff will handle all of your paperwork for free. And best of all, your diabetic testing supplies are shipped directly to your home for free. Call now to see if you qualify for a meter upgrade and a free pedometer to monitor your daily walking. Use alternate testing sites, a smaller blood sample, and even hear your results out loud. Will you qualify for diabetic testing supplies and an upgraded meter covered by Medicare, Obamacare, or health insurance at little to no out-of-pocket cost to you?
Find out for free by calling the Diabetes Resource Center at 1-800-394-1098. That's 1-800-394-1098, 1-800-394-1098.
So many possibilities worth exploring. Minnesota Flooring.
And for a limited time, Minnesota Flooring is offering you unbelievable pricing on tile and laminate. Porcelain tile only $1.59. Ceramic tile 99 cents. And 16 by 16 tile $1.19. Laminate flooring is only 99 cents. But these prices won't last. Don't miss out on these great deals. Hurry into Minnesota Flooring today.
I love taking care of my mom. It wasn't easy at first. She learned how to better communicate her needs.
And you learned how to not ignore yours.
I discovered how to make healthier meals.
And I discovered how much I enjoyed them.
Becoming a caregiver is a learning experience for everyone. Find articles, tips, and tools from experts and others who have been in your place. The Caregiving Resource Center at aarp.org/caregiving.
ABC 7 is the most watched, most trusted news source on the Suncoast, and we owe it all to you, our loyal viewers. Thank you for making us #1.
Coming up on Good Morning Suncoast, the FCC voted to repeal net neutrality. But what does that mean for you, the consumer? We'll tell you.
More universities are following FSU's lead and suspending sororities and fraternities. We'll tell you which ones.
And advice for parents buying toys online this holiday season. Those stories and more right now on Good Morning Suncoast.
Live from the ABC 7 studios, this is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Good morning. It is 5:30 on this beautiful Friday morning. I'm Stephanie Webb.
I'm Ray Collins. December the 15th. Beware the Ides of December. Josh Stone in. It's a Shakespeare play.
I was like, the Ides of March?
Yeah, I know. I was kind of playing off that.
Okay.
Yes. All right. Let's go to one more day of Josh Stone till John Scalzi comes back on Monday. Josh, we've certainly enjoyed having you here.
Well, thanks so much. Yeah, John finally can come back and not sleep in like he's been doing all week.
I'm sure he hates that.
Roles will be reversed. Let's check out the current temperatures right now. 62 in Sarasota, 63 in Bradenton, 67 right now in Venice. Clouds are going to be coming in. At least we're going to have mostly cloudy skies for the first half of the day. And we've been talking about the potential of light sprinkles in our forecast, at least for well, the next several hours. I think by the afternoon things should clear out, but looks like a little blip has just popped up on the radar. This is going to be very light, though, maybe tracking towards Longbow Key. So I've got a 20% chance of light shower activity in our forecast. Like I said, at least for the first half of the day. Then the clouds will start to thin out by the afternoon and the evening. We should have mostly clear skies, and we'll talk more about your upcoming weekend forecast in just a little bit.
All right, talk to you soon. Thank you, Josh. Some early buildup there on State Road 64 in the eastbound lane just after you pass over the Braden River. Otherwise, pretty clear besides the usual State Road 70 in Manatee County. A little blip there at University Parkway as you get out of Lakewood Ranch and head toward the diverging Diamond. Otherwise, pretty clear on the northern half of Sarasota County. South County, little small delays, nothing much right now at 5:32 on your Friday morning.
Topping our news this half hour, the new GOP tax plan is barely off the ground, but already there are signs of trouble for the Republicans.
One of those now raising concerns, Florida Senator Marco Rubio. ABC's Arlette Saenz has the latest.
President Trump is sounding optimistic Republicans will deliver on a tax plan by Christmas.
I think we will get there. It'll be in a very short period of time. It will be the greatest Christmas present that a lot of people have ever received.
But on Capitol Hill, there are signs of trouble. Senator Marco Rubio is a no unless the bill further expands the child tax credit.
Unless they can figure out a way to add to the 1,100 figure, I won't support the bill.
Senator Bob Corker is expected to vote no as well. He's concerned about the $1.5 trillion the plan could add to the deficit. 2 more GOP senators are undecided. Senate Republicans can only afford to lose 2 votes. They haven't released their final plan yet, leaving Democrats in the dark.
Have you seen the new Republican bill yet?
I have not.
Here's what we've learned. For the wealthy, the plan lowers the top tax rate from 39% down to 37%. For big business, it cuts the corporate tax rate from 35% to 21%. And for middle-class Americans, the plan doubles the standard deduction. For those who itemize, it keeps current deductions on medical expenses and student loan interest. But advocates for the middle class warn it caps state and local income and property tax deductions at just $10,000. The plan also scraps a key component of Obamacare, the individual mandate requiring that all Americans have insurance. That could leave 13 million more uninsured over the next decade. The Senate is expected to vote next week, and Republicans will need every yes vote they can get. One big question is Senator John McCain. He's currently in the hospital being treated for side effects of his cancer therapy. He hopes to get back to work soon, but it's unclear when that will be. Arlette Saenz, ABC News, Washington.
As Senate Republicans get ready to vote on that critical tax bill, some are wondering if some of their own will even be there to cast a ballot. Senator Tad Cochran has missed votes this past week for what his office calls a treatment for non-cancerous lesions on his nose. A spokesperson says the Mississippi Republican is available now for votes if needed. Cochran, who turned 80 earlier this month and had been dealing with several health issues in recent months. But he told reporters in October that he believes he remains fit for the job. Another senator's health that Republicans are watching is, of course, that of Arizona's John McCain. His office says McCain was hospitalized this week due to some side effects of his therapy for brain cancer. But a spokesman for McCain says he hopes to return to work as soon as possible, but did not elaborate.
It is 5:34 now. It wasn't long after that Las Vegas mass shooting that we learned the suspect, Stephen Paddock, had a big personal fortune. Now there are questions about what's being done with it. Paddock was reportedly worth $5 million and owned 2 homes, but because nobody officially is in charge of his estate, his wealth is merely speculation. Paddock also didn't have a will, and that's why his assets are in the hands of a probate court. Attorneys for shooting victims want the estate equally divided, and on Thursday, the judge gave those attorneys until next month to agree on a plan to keep the estate's value from being squandered by lawsuits.
What we wanted is time for all of the lawyers on behalf of victims to get together to see if we can come up with an alternative mechanism other than lawsuits to preserve the assets for the victims and eventually distribute assets to the victims.
There are still questions to resolve regarding Paddock's relatives. He has 2 brothers and a mother. Reports indicate that they want his estate to go to victims of the shooting. The man accused of running over a crowd protesting a white nationalist rally in Virginia is now facing an upgraded murder charge. James Fields Jr. was initially charged with second-degree murder. He's accused of driving into a crowd of counter-demonstrators in Charlottesville last August. A 32-year-old Charlottesville paralegal was killed. 36 others were injured. If convicted, Fields could face up to 20 years to life behind bars.
And a Republican majority on the Federal Communications Commission voted to repeal net neutrality. But there's some big questions. What exactly is this? Well, net neutrality stops internet providers from speeding up or slowing down sites at their choosing. Those for repealing it argue that removing this rule allows companies to expand and innovate. But outside the hearing, protesters said the plan jeopardizes a free and open internet. Now, right away, Democratic Senator Ed Markey of Massachusetts drafted this resolution in attempts to stop the ruling from going into effect. Under the Congressional Review Act, legislatures now have 60 days after a federal agency rules on an issue to submit a resolution of disapproval.
Rules allow a small set of companies and a small set of individuals to make decisions about the communications platforms for all of us. And by removing the regulation, it means that just a very small handful of people and the businesses and the motives that motivate them actually determine the communications that's available to all the rest of us.
The New York Attorney General announced he will lead a multi-state lawsuit to stop this rollback of net neutrality. The Washington state governor also proposed that his state require internet providers to be certified in meeting net neutrality standards.
Well, this could be good. Researchers say they believe they found a way to stop so-called phantom traffic jams that appear for no reason. MIT researchers offer cruise control as a solution to help alleviate stop-and-go driving. The report proposes redesigning the cruise control features on cars to consider the space in front and behind the vehicle. The paper also says MIT's simulations showed that keeping the same distance between cars is the way to go. It prevents traffic jams. But there's a catch. The solution only works if enough drivers adopt the technology. Everyone has to go 15 miles an hour to make it work.
I think everybody has like walkie-talkies in their car so they can all carefully coordinate the speed.
That will work.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a solid plan. Well, as parents like us shop for children's gifts this holiday season, Florida's Attorney General is urging caution when buying internet-connected toys, or smart toys in that case.
Before purchasing smart toys like watches that contain GPS tracking, parents should ensure that toys employ adequate security and privacy protections. Smart toys may collect children's personal information that include address and age, name, pictures, voice data. Additionally, without adequate privacy protections, children's personal information may be sold to third parties for targeted advertising. So here's some tips. Do your research on these devices and how they work. Only connect and use toys in an environment with a trusted and secured Wi-Fi connection. And check where user data is stored, and carefully read disclosures and privacy policies as well.
Happening today, the Girl Scouts of Gulf Coast, Florida are getting ready for the 2017 Gingerbread Festival. It's smelling good out there this morning.
Well, yeah, better change. Marlo was at a sewage spill yesterday and gingerbreads today, so Marlo, your life's improving by the day.
Yeah, much better smell today, Ray and Stephanie, because the Gingerbread Festival is right here at the Westfield Sarasota Square. The Girl Scouts set up shop right here, and let me tell you, there are more than 160 gingerbread houses right here. Joining me now is Jamie Estes with the Girl Scouts. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thanks for having us. Now, some of these gingerbread houses are pretty elaborate.
Yes, I mean, there's lights on some of them. Some of them are like 3 feet tall. They're incredible.
So how does this all work? When people come over to the mall, they come in here, they see this elaborate shop all set up with all the gingerbread houses. What can they do when they get here?
Yeah, so all they have to do is come in, pay $1. They get a vote in the People's Choice Award. So they got to walk around, look at these 160 gingerbread houses, try to pick their favorite, and then vote on their favorite. And then the winners win cash prizes.
Wow, so they walk away with cash prizes. The people who brought in these gingerbread houses, who are they coming from?
So they're coming from our Girl Scout troops, they're coming from our classrooms, they're coming elementary, middle, high school, our nonprofits, our businesses. I mean, pretty much anyone that's a group of people can make a gingerbread house.
Nice, and all the proceeds raised today, they'll be going to the Girl Scouts.
You got it. Girl Scouts of Gulf Coast Fort, everything's coming back to us. So it's a great cause and a great event.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much, Jamie. And guys, let me tell you, more than 3,000 people are expected to be out here today. And this is an event that people expect year after year, like you were telling me. Yeah. And just to let you know, if you want to come in and get that whiff of this gingerbread festival, you can do so starting at 10 o'clock this morning. Reporting live and Westfield, Sarasota Square, Marla Spence for ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Thank you, Marla. I'm assuming it smells really good out there today.
Nice improvement.
Much better
What
than
a difference a day makes for her. Other news now, several universities are following in Florida State's footsteps, suspending Greek life on their campuses. The president of FSU says he has no timetable for reinstating Greek activities on campus, which were suspended last month after the death of a fraternity pledge. President John Thrasher says he'll evaluate the suggestions of many groups and hopes to have more definitive ideas on how to proceed by the end of January. Now, since FSU's announcement, the University of North Florida, Texas State, Ohio State, and Michigan also have issued suspensions of Greek activities either due to a student's death or incidents involving fraternities and sororities.
All right, now look at this. Warehouse workers become heroes after foiling a brave daytime robbery attempt. Now, it happened in the Czech Republic. The video shows suspects pull a red vehicle up next to a construction van. After the suspects allegedly attempt to steal tools from the van, a fight breaks out, and when the suspects try to run, the construction workers jump on nearby forklifts. Wait for this. They get on the forklifts, blocking the vehicle's escape route.
Yeah.
Isn't that smart? That's super smart. Wow. They were later arrested by police. Now, that video has already racked up over 200,000 views in less than a week. Smart thinking, right?
It's like a video game broke out there.
I know, right?
Right, block the car, then somebody else took the parking spot somewhere.
Right? Very smart. Good, smart thinking.
Yes, catch the bad guys.
That's right.
That's our goal.
Any bad guys out there in the weather?
Oh man, I don't think so. Actually, we're pretty popular. We're good guys today because we can present that we have nice conditions in our forecast over the next not only 2 or 3 days, but several days.
I like the sound of that. Good weekend ahead, right?
Also ahead, first alert traffic, and becoming a father changes your life in more ways than one.
Why new dads actually pack on a little weight. The reason why might surprise you. Why? Up next in Health Smart.
What to do when your heating or air conditioning needs service or, heaven forbid, replacement? Call Air Now today. We've been serving Sarasota and Manatee counties since 1946. We offer $49.95 tune-ups, lease or finance options, and remember, service today or it's free.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. Our promise means a new car you'll love. If not, return it for one you do. At Sarasota Ford, we promise live market pricing. We monitor national pricing on our entire inventory, so you get the best deal. In fact, we guarantee it. Bring us any competitor's ad, and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
I'm calling in regards about my mother, and I'm here, and I just want to thank you because it saved my mother's life yesterday. And I'd like to know the names of the people that came in and saved her so I could call and thank them. And she's doing fine. It's a wonderful thing. Thank you.
When you fall and cannot get up, an accident can turn into a tragedy. But with Life Alert, one touch of a button can get you help fast.
Life Alert saves a person from a catastrophe every 10 minutes.
Life Alert is a lifesaver. If it weren't for Life Alert, I wouldn't be sitting here today.
For a free Life Alert brochure, call 1-800-652-3012. That's 1-800-652-3012. Call now, 1-800-652-3012. For a free brochure, call 1-800-652-3012.
What if you had a medical emergency away from home?
My chest hurts. I can't breathe.
What you need is Mobile Help, America's premier mobile medical alert system. Most systems only work at home, but with Mobile Help, you get help outside the home with coverage nationwide on one of the largest cellular networks at the press of a button. Call the number on your screen for a free full-color brochure. We'll send you everything you need, including this base station, the patented mobile device, and the waterproof pendant and wrist button. You can also add the fall button that automatically detects falls and signals help. Call today and receive a risk-free 30-day trial. There is no equipment to buy and no long-term contract. For a limited time, you will also receive a free emergency key box with your plan purchase. Remember, Mobile Help keeps you safe coast to coast.
Call 1-800-916-8638. That's 1-800-916-8638.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
If you're looking for a rewarding job you'll love, good news. The perfect job is just a click away. Go to mysuncoast.com/job of the day. It's that easy. Stop searching and go to mysuncoast.com/job of the day to find the perfect job for you.
Happy Friday. Yes, we finally made it to Friday. I'm meteorologist Josh Stone in for John Scalzi. John will be back next Monday. Our current temperature right now is 62 degrees with overcast skies. Looking at the radar, well, we talked about this yesterday, that the possibility was there for some light sprinkles to develop, and looks like we have a little more of a sprinkle here that's developed on the radar. This is more like a shower that's charging in here to Longbow Key and into downtown Sarasota. So could make the roads a little wet on your morning commute, but it's not a big deal. It's not a huge rainmaker, not going to be blinding visibility or anything like that. And these short-lived showers throughout the morning hours and early afternoon hours are going to be short-lived and pretty much dissipate. And then we're going to see the clouds thin out and pretty much have clear skies for this evening. A lot more moisture coming in from the west thanks to Pacific air lifting all this moisture here and bringing it our way. So we're going to see the cloudy skies at least for the first half, and then the cold front's going to sweep down from the north and then clear everything out, and then a high pressure will settle in behind that. As far as your outlook for our highs, 73 today, and that is average. And then Saturday, we climb up 3 degrees more to 76. And by Sunday, we're in the lower 80s for just about everyone here along the Suncoast. And the 80-degree trend continues into next Monday and next Tuesday. And as you can see, for the most part, we have mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies for the rest of the forecast. Back to you.
All right, taking a look at your first alert traffic out there. If you are headed into Sarasota, just your usual amount of traffic buildups. A little bit heading northbound on 301 and a little bit going back and forth there on State Road 70 as well. Heading into North Sarasota, just a little backup on University Parkway that we're seeing, just the normal traffic right there. And a little bit on 45 out near the Bay Shore. That's got a little backup going as well. And then heading down into South County, that is actually the best look of traffic. Not too much going on there, so a good morning so far. That's been your first alert traffic. In this hour's Health Smart, Floridians have 2 extra weeks to sign up for health insurance through the Affordable Care Act. Federal authorities have granted Florida an extension due to the busy hurricane season. The Trump administration shortened the enrollment period this year by 6 weeks. Florida has led the way in the number of sign-ups for years now. Federal health officials say more than 1 million people in the Sunshine State have signed up so far.
Even though all of us gain weight as we age, I know that, new research has found that becoming a father is related to modest weight gain. That according to a study that analyzed men's body mass index over time. However, that weight gain doesn't have to be fat. Instead, it might be just muscle from being more active with a newborn. Researchers' takeaway for dads: pay more attention to what you eat and how much you exercise rather than what your scale actually says.
And placenta pills, they've been a controversial yet popular with new mothers in the last few years. But a new study from the University of Las Vegas is calling their effectiveness into question. Now, placenta pills are said to help new mothers gain iron, also helps to combat postpartum depression. The study had 27 women taking the pills, with 12 of the women taking placebos. The amount of participants reporting positive results were normal. Prior research also suggested that the placenta pills were not as good of a source of iron as previously believed.
10 to 6 right now. Still ahead your top local news headlines, and we'll meet this toy maker from Maine.
We'll tell you just how dedicated this craftsman is to getting getting kids to the toys this year after this.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
Need more space in your place? The More Space Place can help. With Murphy beds that disappear to reveal a home office, living room, or den. Custom closets with designated areas for your shoes, bags, wardrobe, and accessories. Custom-built entertainment centers, garage storage systems, and more. The More Space Place has 3 showrooms next to Sunny's on US 41 South in Sarasota, on Lakewood Ranch Boulevard just south of State Route 64 in Bradenton, and on Tamiami Trail next to Panera Bread in Port Charlotte. Put more space in your place at the More Space Place.
It's the holiday sales event here at Alex Karras Lincoln. Drive a brand new 2017 Lincoln MKC Sport Utility for $269 per month, or a 2017 MKZ for $279 per month. We have a great selection of certified pre-owned Lincolns. These vehicles have warranties up to 100,000 miles and come with complimentary roadside assistance. Alex Karras Lincoln, affordable luxury, winner of the prestigious 2015 President's Award, serving Florida's Suncoast since 1978. We are located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
Are you currently on Medicare? In other words, do you carry the red, white, and blue Medicare card? If so, are you suffering from chronic back pain? If you answered yes, you may be eligible for a pain-relieving back brace covered by Medicare at little to no cost, shipped directly to your home for free. These medical-grade back braces are ideal for lower back pain, arthritis, spinal disorders, and other chronic back problems. Our accredited staff will handle all of the Medicare paperwork for free, and best of all, your brace is shipped directly to your home for free. Don't let chronic lower back pain slow you down. Get moving and stay active with a medical-grade back brace covered by Medicare at little to no cost. We also accept Blue Cross Blue Shield, United Healthcare, Aetna, Humana, and other insurance. Will you qualify for a medical-grade back brace covered by Medicare? Find out for free.
Call Back Brace America at 1-800-715-0835. That's 1-800-715-0835, 1-800-715-0835.
There's nothing like this trail in Alabama. It just goes from the northern part of the state to the southern part of the state. We see all kind of different terrains, great value and great fun. We've been coming for 18 years. We started off with a group of 8, grew to 12, and grew to 16. And we love it because where else can you get world-class golf courses with world-class accommodations? To be able to play these type of courses in this environment, and the difficulty keeps us coming back over and over and over again.
Attention travelers, next Tuesday a major hurricane will cause complete chaos throughout the city. Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Disasters don't plan ahead. You can. Talk to your loved ones about how you're going to be ready in an emergency.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
Here are some of the top stories that we're following for you on the Suncoast today.
Florida Senator Marco Rubio is now opposing GOP tax reform. He wants a higher child tax credit. His defection could hurt passage of the plan.
Plus, the Florida Attorney General is issuing a warning to parents that are thinking about buying your kids smart toys, ones that are connected to the internet this holiday season. Now, your child's personal information could be stolen or their location could be tracked by strangers.
There's a new chancellor on the campus of USF Sarasota Manatee, and it is former Ohio State President Dr. Karen Holbrook who takes over on January 2nd.
And finally this hour, one man in Maine and a couple of volunteers are giving kids in need free Christmas toys. Randy Elliott has been bringing joy through gift giving for more than 2 decades. He works for hours every day in his garage to build these doll cradles and wooden toy cars. Now the dolls and accessories are added later. Elliott says for him, it is not about the praise.
No, I'm not Santa Claus. I'm just the guy that's trying to make a kid's life a little bit better around Christmas time.
We take for granted that there is a need and we just don't know what to do about it. Randy's found a way to do something about it, and we appreciate it.
Elliott actually had a total shoulder replacement just a few weeks ago, but says the work is too important to take a break.
I love seeing those old school toys also.
Kind of nice, right?
Yeah.
A little flashback in there.
No batteries involved in that stuff.
And it's nice too because those are the kind of things you can hand down to your kids after a while too. They stick around, they're built to last, so you can use them as, something to hand down to the generations.
Yes. Well, again, the forecast looking better for the weekend. Looks great, in fact.
It does, yeah, because a cold front's coming down from the north, and though we're having clouds now, that's going to sweep all the clouds out of here. High pressure builds in behind the cold front, and then we're going to have brilliant conditions throughout the weekend. Not so brilliant right now if you don't like rain. We do have some shower activity here in Longboat Key and also up towards Parrish and northern Manatee County. Just an isolated sprinkle, maybe shower, but that's all we've got as far as rain goes. And then, like I said, it looks like we're in, going to have some nice conditions over the weekend.
I need a clear commute back and forth to the theaters to see Star Wars 9 times over the weekend.
9 times?
Yes, 9 times.
That's right.
Tell you on Monday how that works out.
All right, more on that, more on Josh's forecast, and also more local news after this. Good morning, glad you're with us.